So, what is up, my peoples? Hello to everybody in the house, in this place today. Hello. As you can tell by the color of my eyes, I'm a little tired, a little worn out, and I ain't even been to work. Been a kind of rough few days because we've been having some issues with our beloved feline pet, Izzy, and dealing with emergency rooms and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we are thoroughly worn out, and uh, yeah, so it's been a really crappy week. Our holiday was spent in the ER, so we're pretty worn out. And then to only find out that the ER had screwed up. So yeah, I'm a little tired and a little worn out, and a little stressed. But we are going to talk about some RC today because that's what we do for stress relief, right? That's what I haven't been able to fly, but we're going to talk about some stuff today. Not a whole lot because I didn't have a whole lot of time to plan, but I did want to get on because I've been making a habit of being on. So I'd like to be here for y'all instead of saying, "Oh, sorry, not going to make it today." But get on, and I want to make sure to say what's up to all my people that have come out to chat with the Gooniac. And as usual, Big Chris was here first. What is up, Big Chris? Thank you for being here. Thank you for always being a support. Um, we're talking about your newest plans. Looks like you're gonna do a new helicopter. I had a friend that made one, and it's a beautiful chopper. I don't know if he actually sold it or not, but it was gorgeous. He did a big one. He did a 700 size. But who else is here? RC Jets, what's up with you? How you doing? On here, Randy Living Good made it over at Just Bashing This page. What's up with you? Thank you for being here, Randy. Howdy, howdy. Crazy Quad Brothers are back again. Thank you for being here, Mr. Tiny Whoop, if that's what they call it. I don't know if they still call them that, but howdy, howdy. Yeah, I think if things are going to work out with the kitty. Things were, and thanks for your concern. Yeah, she's okay. I just think that it was a misdiagnosis. Actually, we know it is. They got the wrong paperwork and they crossed it up. So something that was simple and could have been taken care of with that Mr. The Fred Baron. Your song's playing in the background. I don't know if you can hear it, but hopefully she'll be all right. Thankfully have pet insurance, so everything's covered. We've got her staying the night in the hospital to get taken care of, and I think she'll be okay. Hopefully she'll be okay. She is old, but everything was all screwed up. We spent 8 hours, 9 hours at the ER on Monday for no reason because they did everything wrong. Anyway, it's all good. She's part of the family, so we got to treat her like that, and we're gonna make sure that she's taken care of and everything's done right. So she'll be all good. I'm hoping. Anyway, I hope she's not far gone, but yeah, she'll be good. I don't plan on spending that kind of money, but if it's something that can be handled, I have insurance to cover a good portion of it. So it'll be good. Good. Slap nuts, what's up with you? Howdy, howdy. Glad to see you here. But like I said, we're not really going to be on all that long today, just because I'm absolutely worn out. I'm finally going to get a little rest tonight, and I'll go back to work for a little bit, and then pick up Kitty tomorrow after work if everything goes well. So, um, yeah, thanks to all of you that have shown up to participate in the chat. It's very much appreciated. I'm just going to yammer today and talk about some of the stuff that happened over the weekend with me and the cars and other stuff. But I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. I've been, actually, we'll talk about a couple things. Something was actually pretty important that happened over the weekend. Let's just talk about that first. Um, so something happened over the weekend, and I'll bring it up normally because uh, for the last 10 years or so, I've been doing an RC air show at a full scale airport um, once a year, show, people that there's RC is a big thing. RC is fun, and that RC can be done in coordination with a full-scale airport if you get the permission and the proper preparation and stuff. So I've been doing that for 10 years. First year we didn't fly. The year after that we did, and then it's been going on ever since. And I had a bad feeling last year that last year's probably going to be the last year, just because the organization had just gone crazy and gone out and Jeff in Lower Alabama, what is up with you? I see Jeff there. What's up, Jeff? Anyway, so I do an air show every year. I usually post those videos. Um, we've had really good luck every one of those years. I usually only do one air show per year. Over the last couple of years, I've been able to do two per year. And last year, I had that issue with mine where I ended up having a battery connected go bad, plane crash, but no one was hurt. We have had crashes, which is fine, but no one was hurt. And there's no property damage, no nothing. Somebody's plane gets punched up, so what? But it's always been good. Well, I always had this thing in the back of my mind that if we start noticing that there's any kind of issues with yeah, the airport and with the avionics on RC planes, we were going to call the air shows, not that would be it. Last 2 years, well, 2 years ago, we had issues with planes going into failsafe. And it was Jetty and FR Sky planes. So planes were going into failsafe and shutting down, and they were able to get them down on the ground, but they were going into failsafe and needing to land. So I just decided at that point it was only the big planes, only the big carbon fiber turbine, etc., that were having issues. So after that, I said, okay, that's it. There's probably things that are interfering with their avionics. We don't want to have any issues. That's it for the turbines. We're not having them anymore. So I stopped. We didn't have any other issues with radio interference. A couple other minor issues, technical stuff, but nothing that ended up becoming a big issue or a big problem or ended up on the news. Well, this year at about, I'd say the beginning of summer, I'm like, you know what? This year, I don't have a very good feeling about doing air shows at full-scale airports because things have changed. Something's going on, and I don't know what's happening with the communications and other stuff that's going on at the airports. There's new things. Urban Legend, what's up? How y'all doing? How are you doing? Glad to see you here. I'm just rambling away. JCV67, what's up with you? Howdy to you. Dwayne Clark, what's up? Glad to see you. Who else is coming? I see lots of people come in. I'll call you out as I see you guys, but thank you for coming in. I'm just going to be yammering today because, as I was telling everybody else, I had issues with my poor cat, so we were in the ER for close to 24 hours still. Anyway, so over the weekend on Saturday, there was as I was saying, I decided that we're not going to be having any more air shows just because I don't like what's been going on. I don't like the fact that there's been interference. There have been a lot of people having issues at big shows with Spectrum and with other stuff. So I'm like, you know what? That's it. We've had a good 10 years. It's been great. We've had no issues. That's it. I'm going to call it. I'm going to, well, we're ahead, right? Okay. So, that was back in late May, early June. I decided that. And number one, there'd been way too little planning. Normally, we plan 6 to 9 months ahead of what was going on. I'd have meetings with FAA. The FAA personnel would know me by name. We'd have all these different protocols, all these different things in place for what would go wrong. We'd know that the event would be insured. We know that we'd be covered under that insured under a blanket. We have all these things set up in a row so that if anything went down, we're good. Well, like I said, that was it. I said, nope, we're not doing it. Enough. So, what do you know? A couple weeks before the event, I get this text from the guy saying, "Oh, hey, are you guys in?" And I said, "Hell no. I said, we're normally talking about this air show back in freaking March. And there's no way in hell I'm going to be okay with setting up an air show in a couple weeks without having all the proper precautions and all that other stuff in place. It's not an AMA sanctioned event, but if the event is covered by, um, if the show is covered by the event, I'm all good, no issues. And we would have known that if we'd had a lot of time to set up and talk about it. Mike Bird, what is up, my friend? How are you? I think I already said what's up to Dwayne, but Rughead RC, what is up with you? That's a cool little avatar you got going on there too. I like that. But like I said, I'm just rambling today. So anyway, that was one. There's another one in November. And I said, you know what? No, we're stepping away from it because the one in November was always a little sketch. It was a lot of fun, a lot of fun for the pilots. But it's always a little sketch just because they just throw it together. So I just said, no, I'm not doing it. I haven't been flying enough this year. I know I'll be okay, but I haven't been monitoring people and their flying and so forth and so on. So I don't know who I can trust, what can be going on. I don't trust. There's no talk with the FAA and other stuff. We ain't doing it. So the last person I talked to about that was on last week. They said, sorry to hear it, but we understand, and maybe we can connect next year. So then I hear about this thing that happened this weekend in Watsonville, California. It's all over the news. I don't know if it's nationwide news. I don't know. But somebody was flying an RC jet at an air show in Watsonville, and the thing went out of control. What they say, judging by the video, it almost seems like it was a loss of orientation, just because of the way that this, Anyway, plane goes out of control and smashes into someone's house. Ends up injuring two people. One guy really badly. It ripped all the skin off his hand. So I'm like, oh dang, that's bad. Looks like I'm glad I already pulled out of these air shows and I'm not doing them. And yes, as Mr. Urban Legend said, check this out. Hit the like buttons. It is free. And as I used to say back in the days, hit the thumbs up button once. If you're going to hit the thumbs down button, hit it twice, and we're all good. But yeah, hit like. So I decided, nah, I ain't doing no shows. Looks like I made the right choice. I don't know. I think the guy was flying Futaba, but people with FR Sky and people with FR Sky and people with Jetty who run off the same sort of protocol to use dual band um, for their. For some reason, they're having issues. I just don't know why. I don't understand why, but yes, Angelo. So there's an event every year in Watsonville. It's like an open house, but they have a little bit of an air show too. And last couple of years, they paired up with RC people to do a little event. People don't realize it's not something you just throw together. You got to take the time to plan it out and have your everything set up. Good to see you too, Angelo, by the way. Mountain RC, what's up with you? Glad to see you here too. I'm just yammering today because, like I said, I'm tired from dealing with some cat issues and family pet, which is like a family member when we've been around for 10 years. So anyway, I'm a little tired. I'm just going to talk about some stuff that happened over the weekend. So yes, there was a major incident. Now, this is the crazy thing. I've been looking at I looked at Watsonville when I typed in Watsonville crash. Dude, there's been full-scale airplanes falling out of the sky in Watsonville for over a decade. There have been so many people injured and hurt from real planes. They're not they're not going to try to come up with ways to close that airport. Oh, it just mess happens, right? So this one little incident, they're going to sensationalize it and make it a big deal. It's bad. It's awful that it happened, but stuff like this happens. Real planes have been crashing into buildings, and people, and stuff, and roads, and fields, and all that in Watsonville for decades. Just in the last 10 years, I saw like no less than 10, 15 incidents in Watsonville. So, excuse me. Thank you to Fred Barron. Um, and yeah, the air shows there are a lot of work. I never got paid for them because I didn't care. That wasn't the whole point of me doing it. The whole point of me doing it was just to show that there are the right and wrong ways to do it. And we always had a good time. We always did really good. I've got videos of me flying. Lots of fun. They're a blast. And it's great to be able to put on a show for the public. I even flew DSM-2 stuff with Dean's power, with Dean's connections, y'all. Dean's connections and DSM2 receivers at the air shows with no issues whatsoever. We had all the things in place for when things go wrong. We knew what to do. There was one year where I had all these ding dongs that had purposely tried to make the event bad, but it worked out. I didn't crash any of my planes. They crashed theirs, but I didn't crash any of mine. And but still was a good show. The weather was crazy, crazy too hot. That's another thing. Another reason why I decided not to. We've had a really mild summer, and whenever we have a real mild summer, that means that September through November is going to be hot. So I'm like, I don't think we can do it this year. We're not going to do it this year. Anyway, the whole point in me saying this: do your best to represent this hobby the right way. Um, if you want to show people the right way to do it, what's up, CVO Hobo? How you doing? I see you saying howdy to everyone. What is up to you? Um, if you want to represent this hobby the right way, make sure to do things right, plan them out. Don't do things that are going to bring negative light to what it is that we do for fun, and that could be any aspect of it. That could be RC cars, that could be RC airplanes, that could be boats, anything. The drones, those guys are the ones who brought all this negative attention to us. I don't even like saying drones. I used to say multi-road, but I say drones now. Not everybody. There are good people, but a lot of this negative attention that's come out now has been because of the drones and people doing. Drones bring out the dumb in people. Not everyone, but it does bring out the dumb in a lot of people, and they do dumb stuff. So anyway, what's up, Local Figures? Do your best to represent this hobby in the right light. Um, have AMA fly AMA fields if you can. If you don't fly AMA fields, at least make sure that you've got the proper insurance in place. Yes, so Dwayne Clark, it's exactly what I said. What I said. Main reason why I brought up full scale planes is because you hear about full scale planes with you hear about incidents with full scale planes all the time. Basically, there's been a crash a week all around the world, almost a crash every day for the last couple of weeks. There've been like, and a plane that took off from Hollis, from not Hollister, from Watsonville, crashed in the Central Valley a couple of days ago, like a week or so ago. So anyway, yes. So like I said, make sure that you do the hobby right. If you do end up on the news, make sure it's for a good reason. Don't do some dumb ish and end up on the dang news. Or as Irvin would say, don't do some dumb chastity, no chastity. Anyway, um, so I'm gonna get off of my soapbox for now, but it was pretty sad to see that there was an incident that ended up hurting people at the at on such a grand scale. And it was a slow news day, so of course the news was going to grab onto it and talk about it. But yeah, do your best to represent the hobby in the best light possible. Um, that's just all I can say. And if you have some way to correct somebody saying something wrong about the hobby, make sure to do that too. There's nothing wrong with RC. There's no real issues or safety concerns, with the exception of doing stuff that's unsafe. And I think that that event with the sun where it was may not have been the best time or place for that sort of thing to be happening. But you know, and like I said, we had a basically excellent track record in our events. For first one we did was in 2014, and then after that, everything great from then on. We had a couple bad years with weather and such, but the events were still great. So anyway, represent the hobby the right way. So on that note, I got to test out my new cars over the weekend. Well, I've already tested out one car, but I got to test out the Typhon Grom BLX. And holy crap, I posted a couple videos. I posted some shorts. I don't know if you guys have seen them. If you haven't, go check those out. But holy crap, man, this thing is nuts. I mean, so I got to drive both um, over the weekend. This thing's dirty. I haven't even blown it off yet. This is my Easy RC 118th uh, Chevy Colorado, and I went kind of crazy in the dirt there on the last run. It's filthy. I still got to go out and get my compressor and blow it off. This thing runs on 2S. Thing is fun, a lot of fun. This one you don't have to worry so much about. It's pretty much carefree. Um, it handles really good considering what it is. I mean, I had to change the steering angle to make sure it doesn't tip over when I hit full lock. Either way, piece of dirt or something. But this thing's a blast. It probably does about 30, right around 30 miles an hour, 25 to 30 miles an hour, and it's a blast. It's using the simple little batteries that they come with. They're 1050 2S, and they're only 25C. So I'm gonna get a couple more bigger packs to put in here and have some fun with this thing. It seems a blast. A lot of fun. That little light in the front works pretty good. Um, it's just a lot of fun. Even it's probably really basic compared to some of the other stuff, but it is a blast to drive. Now, this thing totally blew me away. I didn't realize that there was a gyro built in. So there's a steering gyro on this thing. And I haven't even run it on 3S yet. I have a 2S 70C 2200 um, China Hobbyline battery that I ran in it. And and holy crap, this is just 2200. Now the battery that they have is normally about the same size is only a 1400. So this is a 2200. The amount of punch, oh my god! You hit the accelerator on this thing. It doesn't do a wheelie. It freaking peels out. I mean, I have a 12-minute video that I have to go through and edit and post about this thing, but it's small. But I can't believe how freaking fast this thing is. It is insane. So I'm just running on 2S, and this thing is just hauling butt across the street. Um, so and it's smooth, so that steering gyro really helps with any sort of little variance in the steering at all. I did have to trim it, but only a little bit. Um, but man, this thing rips. I can't get over how fast this thing is, and I haven't even touched 3S yet. So I'm still getting used to it on 2S. I mean, hauls the mail. This thing moves like crazy. Um, but it was really fun, really easy to drive. I haven't even totally messed with all of the settings on the radio because there are settings on this radio that I didn't even touch. I did mess with trim, but there are a couple other things. I think there's dual rates back there. Uh, there's dual rates. There's a throttle limiter where you could limit the power 50, 70, 100%, and then there's steering rate. That's the first time I've actually looked at it. But if I wanted to limit how fast I can go, all I have to do is click that. And once I get to 3S, I think I'll probably do that just so I can get used to it. But it is a blast, and the radio is pretty simple, but it has a good grip. I had no issues. I didn't run into anything. I didn't crash yet. I mean, I know it's inevitable. These things, you're going to do it. But I haven't done it yet. And I'm looking forward to getting some more time with it. This is the crazy thing. Can you believe this? I got to give it a shout out to Sokoka on this. I know that Turnike has some new smaller 2200s, but this is a 2200 3S. This is the size of what 1400s or 1300s used to be back in the days. This is a 3S pack. I'm pretty impressed with that. So let's get back to the chat. I've been running my mouth a little too much. See what's been going on. And yes, Typhon Grombielix is insane. His did 58 out of the. I believe it because mine is only on 2S, and it's probably pushing 40 miles an hour already. which is crazy, crazy, crazy good. Yes, I do like it. I love it actually. It's really good. And it's small. I can't get over how small it is, but it's still super easy to drive with that gyro that they've got in there. Um, yes, it does look like fun. It is fun. It surprised me. I was not expecting it. Uh, like somebody saying, "Don't crash the shock." I'll try not to. I don't know what the parts availability they may not have. Maybe that's why he's saying it. Yes, two of them will have a clone. Check was still in the box, packed away, waiting to move. Yeah, I have a big problem. I've got several planes and boxes in my storage areas, various storage areas. I just added two more to the mix. Uh, I will take that into consideration and look that up at the next time. Next time I'm on there looking at parts, but they have all the parts, which is great. I was glad to see that, which is cool. I'm glad to see there's total parts, all the parts that you need, which is great. But let's see what else. So yeah, so that's what I got to do over the weekend with the car stuff. Didn't get to do anything plane oriented. So poor kitty. Oh, we've had her and she was straight. So she got pizza here. So I don't know. Yeah, first took her to the vet 4 years back. And then next time it's uh, so so older cat too. Right now, hoping that there's no issues. And Mike better or worse? I have a feeling that I hope it's better or worse. Okay, give me a second. Testing, testing. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. I changed some setup here. Let me know if that works. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just never use those headphones again. Those headphones are always giving me issues. These are great, they just don't fit that great. And it's just what I want. So I always have to flip and funky. Okay, okay. But anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, the I don't plan on getting any new cars for a while. Uh, cars are something I can't totally add to this right now, but the Grom is very impressive. I would like to get that bigger monster truck that just came out. Looks like fun. What about now? Still muffled? I didn't plan on going forever tonight too, so it's okay. It's all like mad down, y'all. What's going on? Yeah. So it might be an indication that we should be getting going. Because like I said, I'm just gonna be yammering today. I don't have anything else set up. I ain't got nothing else set up to talk about or do. So I do appreciate y'all. Thank all of you for being here and for I got no clue. I don't know what's going on. Hmm. Let's see here. Maybe it's the music doing it. Maybe it's the music. I don't know. I have music playing in the background. But like I said, I don't need to be on here for long. Just wanted to get on it at least say something to y'all, so you wouldn't be like, "How come Gooniac didn't get on?" Gooniac's normally on Wednesdays. So anyway, that's about it. Um, I do plan. Hopefully, the things are going to be good with the kitty, so that I could get back to doing some playing stuff. And hopefully, we'll get some stuff, more content coming up in the next couple of weeks of me out flying again at various various places. So maybe the music was messing it up. So anyway, let's see. Music is gone. But that's pretty much it for me. There will be lots more plane content, car content. I ran I ran my little monster truck and my Grom long videos, so I'll have to do a little bit of editing to get those up. And then, like I said, I'd like to get some more flying videos from the different park fields nearby. So I'll be doing some Baylands and also some Rancho flying. So, but while you guys are here, make sure to like if you haven't done that already. Comment on other videos and then share my stuff out there and subscribe as well, because my video, thankfully, my subscribers are going up, and the it's just getting better and better. It's good to be back into RC and doing stuff that I like to do, and doing things that I basically, when I got started in RC, I got started with cars. They weren't hobby grade; they're just basic stuff, and then the hobby grade stuff didn't come later. Hobby grade was not affordable back then, but hobby grade is very affordable now. So I'm still blown away at the Grom price. I was going to get this Grom for $209, ready to go. The only thing I had to add was batteries, but the batteries were cheap. So we're going to talk more about RC later on down the line. I'm going to be assembling a lot of planes that I haven't been able to do for a while, and then we're going to hopefully get some good videos that won't drive people crazy. I do have hat cam of driving cars, which is good. Hat cams work good on cars, but hat cam don't work all that great with planes. So we're going to have to change that up a little bit. But thanks to all the loyal subscribers. Thanks to everybody for being here tonight. We're going to close it out, and we will be back at a later date, probably next Wednesday. But if there's something else that comes up sooner, I'll let y'all know. But thanks for being here, and we're going to close it out with a little bit more of the Fred Barron RC's favorite music, and then we'll shut it down. But adios, people. Thank you for being here.